Hi, I'm the business guy, and my job is to make you more money and let you keep more of what you have. If you are in sales or you run a sales organization, there is nothing more that will improve your sales than writing down what you're going to say so you say it perfectly every single time. And since I'm providing all this great information for free, if you could do me a little favor and just click that like button below, it'll help YouTube promote this video. I really thank you for that. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that subscribe button so when more videos come out like this, you'll get notified. So let's talk about sales scripts. And I resisted these for many years, but I finally come to the conclusion that writing down what you're going to say before you say it and saying it in a natural way is the best way to serve the customer and the best way to get more customers. But before we do, let's talk about how to have charisma. Scripting and charisma really go hand in hand because charisma can be learned and you can be charismatic every time you get into a sales situation if you're prepared. Now, there are three attributes of charisma. One, you must have effective tonality, the tone of your voice. The words you say, you have applied the right tonality at the right moment, and it sets you up to be interesting, shows you care, shows you really feel their pain. Number two, you need appropriate, targeted body language. The way you move your body, your eye contact, the way you shake hands. And people think, gosh, that person is sharp. They get me. And that comes across in the first quarter of a second. And number three is just not saying stupid stuff. If you do say stupid stuff, charisma and rapport will just fly right out the window. So if you say stupid stuff, it's like, okay, novice alert, novice alert. So scripting is taking charisma, sharpness, enthusiasm, expertise, and making sure you sound like a pro every single time. So scripting is forming one cohesive presentation from the first word out of your mouth right until the very end, past the looping patterns. That means when you go back and give the prospect the confidence to say yes by addressing the concerns after the objections, then the customer says, yes, let's do it. And even after that, to getting referrals and creating customers for life. So what's the difference between a novice and an expert? We know we're speaking with an expert or a novice. Now, it's all about stuff. Experts say smart stuff. Some say bold stuff. Others occasionally shoot the stuff. But novices say stupid stuff. People who sound like an expert close deals. So train yourself to sound like an expert every single time. Now, how do great actors do it every single time? How do they do it? With a script, right? So what is a script? A script is our context. It's a well thought out essence of the perfect sale in our context. Let's talk about the 7 main benefits of a script. Number 1, you don't run out of intelligent things to say. Even when the sale goes on and on, you don't say stupid stuff. Number 2, it allows you to always apply the right tonality at the right time. Number 3, it ensures you're saying the best possible words. Now, there are many ways to talk about the product, to talk about yourself, to talk about the company, but there's only one best way to do it all. It has the right alliterations, paced the right way. It just makes you sound awesome. So you have 2 choices. Option A is just to wing it, or option B is to prepare yourself and ensure the best outcome. When you see those presidential speeches, do you think they just thought of that at the spur of the moment as they're standing there? It was perfectly scripted to have the right emotion, the right tonality. And they practiced it again and again and again before they presented it in the perfect way. So number 4, it allows you to focus all of your attention on the prospect. How are they reacting to what you say? What is their tonality like? Are they listening to you actively? You can see if your prospect is in deep rapport with you, or are they falling out of rapport? And number 5, it allows you to come up with that scream from the hilltops, airtight, logical case. I want people to say, wow, that's a great product. It ensures you come up with the best words and the best language patterns possible. And number 6, it allows the company to systemize the sales force. It makes sure the person in Dallas is saying the same thing as the person in Washington, D.C. and Washington State. And number 7, it prevents regulatory problems. Salespeople tend to say things that might get the company into trouble. Somebody panics and they fear losing the sale and they take shortcuts. Scripts cut out all that. So scripting allows you to map out the entire process of the sale before you go through it. And you cannot do that on the fly. Nobody's that eloquent. Now, Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, gives this example of this one company he was working with. They were making 3 sales a month with 15 people. He actually lit the script on fire in front of them. He wrote a new script. The next month, they made 145 sales. And that's when they were just selling 3 the last month because they had a basis to take control of the sale all the way to the end. So you can make sure your script checks every single box. Now, you need to have stopping off points. It lets them process. You ask the prospect, make sense so far? You with me? A script is a work in progress. You never stop improving it. It's about constant and never-ending improvement. It's about strategic preparation, writing out what you're going to say in the exact order. The tonalities, the stopping off points, the lowering their action threshold, the increasing the pain threshold by making them realize how serious their problem really is. Now, remember the 5 core elements of turning a prospect into a client. First, you create an airtight logical case. Afterwards, you create an airtight emotional case, painting a picture of how their lives will be when they accept our solution in these 3 areas. Number 1, love the product. Number 2, trust and connect with you. And number 3, trust and connect with the company. In addition, we lower their action threshold by making it easy for them to say yes. And number 5, we raise the pain threshold ethically by making them realize the pain they would feel if they procrastinate. And in spite of how obvious it is that using scripts is a boon, your sales results will go through the roof. Some people go from revulsion to thinking they're going to vomit and die. People think they sound wooden and inauthentic, but using it the right way, you've mastered the art of reading from a script without sounding like you're reading from a script. It dramatically increases your closing rate. When using scripts correctly, you read without sounding like you're reading. Now, Mel Gibson in the Scottish movie Braveheart, they may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom. Let's go ahead and take a look at a little excerpt from that video. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Now, do you think Mel just winged it? They set up the perfect lighting. They wait till the sun is in the perfect position. Okay, Mel, I'm going to paint your face blue, and I just want you to get them riled up. What would Mel come up with if he just winged it? Okay, everybody, over there, with these guys standing over there, let's hit them with our swords because we want to win. Hip, hip, hooray. No, instead, they spent $4 to $5 million on the world's greatest screenwriter, greatest script. It had all the logic attached. It had all the emotion attached. Mel recites a script, making it look like he's not reciting a script. Every movie that you saw that made you laugh, that made you cry, it was a script. So don't cop out on that limiting belief that if you use a script, it'll sound wooden and it's inauthentic. It's simply not true. The best way to give your best performance every single time is to use a script.